Hello and welcome back to the 36th episode of the Rule of Two here on the C Cinema Reviews channel. And we have more big news today about one of Disney's streaming service series for Star Wars. Of course, with me, as always, is Misa Sista.
Heyo.
I was gonna suggest something, but I don't want it to be a spoiler because you never know. You never know.
Spoiler for who?
For one of my ideas for later on in the show.
Oh.
For one of our topics. Anyway, today we have a couple topics today. Well, relatively a couple topics. Obviously, we have the big news that Pedro Pascal is the Mandalorian, the one and only.
Maybe.
100%. It's confirmed. And Gina Carano is also in The Mandalorian. So, we have a leading man and a leading woman.
I hope not. Anyway, keep going.
Well, I mean, why would they announce her so far? Okay, we'll talk about that later. And then our second topic is kind of like three topics. We have 5 topics today. Spanish Inquisition, right? But the second topic is John Williams is doing original music for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, which is Star Wars Land. And then also they announced the names and have like a little like super short trailers for 2 of the attractions at Star Wars Land.
Thus.
Yes. So we have 20 topics today and we'll try to keep it short. But let's...
And we're done.
If you guys haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you enjoy this episode today, and we hope to hear your opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below. With that being said, let's get into The Mandalorian. This was heavily rumored.
Yeah,
this was heavily rumored that Pedro Pascal was in The Mandalorian. I didn't hear anything about Gina Carano though. So, what do you think now that Pedro is officially the Mandalorian? And we'll talk about him first because it's kind of like we didn't talk about him specifically in the past because it was still just a rumor at the time, but now it is confirmed. So let's talk about Pedro. What do you think? Is
it confirmed?
It's
or is it just
confirmed
by Variety?
It's confirmed.
Hollywood Report.
It's 100%.
Disney.
100%.
Disney?
I don't know. It's 100% though. Both of them 100%
Last I heard that they were in like final negotiations.
Well,
but
that's practically 100% though.
Sure.
In Hollywood, he just hasn't signed on the dotted line or whatever.
This is fine. I have seen one of his acting jobs before this.
You have?
Yeah, I've only seen him in one thing.
Which is?
Kingsman, The Golden Circle, I think?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And he was fun.
That's what I saw.
He looked like he had fun.
Yeah, he was fine. He's in there for
pulled off the
3
character?
minutes and...
Pulled off the character, right?
Sure.
Yeah?
I can't really remember. He had a whip.
He had the lasso.
Oh, okay.
The whip. Huh.
Well, I mean, whips are cooler than lassos, if we're being for real.
Definitely.
But, anyway, he was fine. He had a hat. He was a cowboy.
Yeah.
I know he's in Game of Thrones, but I've only seen
he's Mr. Sand. No, not Mr. Sand.
The 7th season, so I don't.
Yeah, he's I forget his character's name. But he's like from Dorne. He's one of the Dornish people, and
the Viper, the Red Viper.
I don't remember.
Okay. Never mind.
But he's pretty awesome in the show. I think that in that show. I just started Narcos. I'm 2 episodes into Narcos on Netflix, and he's not in it. He's not in at least the first 2 episodes of Narcos for a long time, but it's pretty good, and everybody in there does really good in the show. I definitely gonna keep watching to see more. And to get to that Diego Luna stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
That's right. And then, yeah, Kingsman. I actually totally forgot about Kingsman until you said it, but I'm glad you did. I thought he was good. I personally haven't seen him in a leading role before. He was like definitely one of the leads in Kingsman. You know, it was our two British people, and then kind of him pretty much. Channing was in there for a minute, but he was one of them, and I thought that I definitely 100% that this guy can carry a show.
Halle Berry 100%. Was in there too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
100% that he could carry the show.
Yeah.
I'm sure as the Mandalorian, actor, so. And plus, the Mandalorian, at least from what we've seen, it looks like a dusty place. So maybe he could be playing. He's a cowboy. It's just a space cowboy.
Right.
His hat is his helmet.
From what I've heard, he was very beloved in the Thrones.
Yeah, he was great. I thought
so. I'm sure he's a great actor.
He's a great actor.
He's gonna do fine. Yeah. I just don't know him from very much.
Mm-hmm. But the good thing to me is at least, not only do they know, do I know him and I have seen him before and I have enjoyed the things that he's been in and him and his performance in the things that I've seen him, but also it's good. It's not a diversity hire either.
No.
Again, it's pretty crazy to think that you have 2 shows now led by Latin American actors.
Yeah.
That's great. I think that's great.
Yeah, it's really cool. You know how Star Wars has a trend of using only brunettes? Maybe they're going to have a trend of only using Latin American actors.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what do you think okay, so here's a question for you and then a question for our audience out there. Hey George, how you doing? JJ, good to see you, or good to have you back. Benioff and Weiss, it's nice to see you guys. Also Shmee, and we're still haven't got confirmation that Ryan Johnson is listening, but I know he's out there. He's out there. I want to know, do you think he will use his accent, his natural accent?
Who?
Pedro.
I think he just talks like an American.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought, what? Maybe. Oh,
I'm
really?
pretty sure he's an American.
Oh, that's right, Kingsman. Yeah, I totally forgot about Kingsman again.
I
mean, he can do it. I just in everything that we've seen, Mandalorians kind of have
a bit of a
not a British accent. But they definitely have an accent that is reminiscent of that.
It's a little more stately.
The English accent. Yeah.
Definitely. That would be fine if he did.
If he did something like that, or just went straight.
Well, I'm thinking of
American.
Satine and even Jon Favreau. Favreau might really want.
Favreau not so much. In his characters, at least in Rebels.
But it was more I felt like it was just a notch up from what Favreau regularly
It's kind of
talks.
funny because it's to me, the dog is trying to get in. He's trying to get in on this conversation.
A repeat of last
week.
It
was deja vu right here. I think it'd be cool. I don't know what his quote unquote normal accent is, the one he uses in his day-to-day life, but I think that if he does this, they do have him do an accent, it'll be great. Right. I wouldn't knock it for that.
This makes me a little more excited, but
really, does the Gina Carano thing help?
No.
Okay.
This makes me a little more. I was in my list. It was Cassian, episode 9.
That's what I'm talking about.
And Mandalore.
Mando. Okay.
Ian. Anyway, but this makes me a little more excited, but not enough to overtake 9 or Cassian.
Right. That that makes sense. 9 is gonna be huge. 9 is gonna be a big deal.
Yeah. But that's just because it's the end of a saga.
Yeah, of course. I think it's good news though. I think anytime you can get a well-established actor who has had multiple characters and multiple things in the mainstream, right? How did this dog open the door? How did you get in here? Anyway, I think that if you can have a guy, a guy who's done big time projects and, has definitely held his own in those big time projects, I think it's great for the show. I think it's, I think it's time. I'm really excited because I think it's time for him to get his own show. And I hope he becomes the quintessential Mandalorian. Like, everybody loves Boba Fett, but I have a good feeling about this show. And if this show is good or great, he's going to be the Mandalorian we all think about.
Yeah. I mean, it's not confirmed that he is the Mandalorian.
He's the Mandalorian.
But why would you get someone of that
caliber?
Yeah, like, who is that established or whatever,
right? To
come in and just play like a small little part. Of course, he's gonna be.
And they wouldn't announce it if it wasn't.
No.
I'm surprised. I am very surprised though that the Gina Carano thing was announced like at the same time.
So this.
Yeah, talk about that. Go ahead.
I don't want to be talking about it.
What's wrong?
She's fine. I've seen her in.
I haven't seen her in. At least in to my knowledge, I don't know that I've ever seen her in anything. Deadpool.
Yeah, I was
that's
about
right.
To be like,
she was very average.
She was fine in that. Like,
she did what she needed to do, right?
Yeah, there wasn't any moment where I was like,
she was just kind of playing
awful.
the straight face,
She was fine.
Bad guys.
She was funny with what's his name?
Ryan?
No, the metal dude.
Colossus?
Yeah. He was funny and she just sort of...
She wasn't exactly using, she wasn't exactly showing those comedy chops.
Right. So...
in a movie full of comedy chops.
It's weird because I don't want her to have any kind of big role in this.
Okay.
Because I don't know that she can act.
Right. But we do know that she has a history of being kind of like an action...
Yeah, of course.
She has a history of doing action in her stuff. So, again, another question posing to all of our 4 or 5 viewers, including Shmi. How does she get on this? Like, can she use a computer? I feel like this is a question we have to tackle.
What do you mean?
Shmi.
Oh.
Can Shmi use a computer? Like, how is
she use a computer? Meaning Gina Carano.
No.
Like, how did she get on the map?
How is Shmi watching and listening now?
She's
I
in
feel
the
like
atmosphere.
She's in here?
Yeah.
That's weird.
All over the world.
Okay.
It's a Shmi world.
It's a Shmi world after all? It's terrible.
Exactly.
Anyway, yeah, so okay, the
Halloween.
question I'm posing to all of you guys, all of our our vast amount of listeners, do you think that she will be another do you think that she will be another bounty hunter and maybe another Mando?
Oh, I don't want any bounty hunters.
There's gonna be bounty hunters.
I know, but I don't want any. And also, if she's a Mando, that's fine. Just keep the helmet on. Not because...
Right.
Just because I don't...
Because that's what Mandos do. Unless they're in a cartoon.
I just don't... I'm not confident in her acting abilities.
Right.
But...
Right. But you never know. I mean, like, she could take lessons. Or
sure.
It could just be one of those roles that's just right for her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like... people who haven't been actors before can do really good jobs acting if the role is right for them.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think that I heavily, it's 100%, 60%, right? Like 60% chance that she's another bounty hunter.
Uh-oh.
I think that it would be good. I don't know. Our dog is sniffing the rug like it's cocaine.
That's so weird. Anyway.
Yeah, I think that it's a good chance that she's another bounty hunter. Doug, please. It's not the 1980s anymore.
Anyway, this, to be honest with you, when I heard...
It's not Miami. Come on.
when I heard about Pedro,
Pedro.
I was like, okay, I'm more excited. Then I heard about Gina, and I was like,
Oh,
yeah, back
okay.
down. Like, just because. But it's so
Really?
weird.
'Cause
All of
I
this
don't
news
think
is
that
so
there's
weird.
I don't think that there's like a downside for her being in it. That's the pro. Like that's the thing. It's not like it's not like The Rock where it's like, well, he's gonna take me out of it because it's The Rock.
If
Go
I
ahead.
don't know. If this turns out to be fine and she's just like Darth Vader and somebody else does the voice and it's like totally different and weird.
But they don't even have to do that because she is an actress now. She has
Sure.
had multiple films. She's even led a film before, and I forget what the film is called, but like it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like The Rock's Tooth Fairy movie.
I've always wanted to see that. Anyway, it's fine. I'm sure they will find it's Star Wars. I trust them.
Yeah.
I'm just not that excited.
Okay, I get it. It makes sense. I was super happy though that Pedro's the man, the Mando,
Maybe.
the Mando. Yeah, he's the Mando. I am interested though to see like what kind of accent they give him.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe she could be a love interest? I think that's very
hope
high
not.
too.
No.
I think it'd be great if he was like the man with no name from the Fistful of Dollars and all that and things like that, where he's just kind of like the Mando is just this. He's a wandering cowboy who just kind of does jobs and doesn't really get attached to love interests or stuff like that. I would think it would be better if she, in my opinion, it'd be better if she was just like another bounty hunter rather than.
Yeah. I don't want to see love interest. I hope it's not. I don't think they will.
Yeah, I mean, but they will. They will.
Somebody else, like
a couple side characters. Like she has, there's someone else for her, and then Pedro's like he's the Mando, like he's the best of the best, and then she's like trying to be the best of the best.
I don't even know what you're talking about
All
anymore.
right. I'm talking about like Mando stuff. Like what both? Yeah, he's a hired gun. He's a hired gun.
Like they're both Mandos for hire.
Kind of like yeah, and then he's like he is the best, and she wants to be. It's like John Wick. He's the best, and everybody wants to be the best, and so they're
she
like.
She was in that too.
Was she? The second one?
Might have been Ruby Rose. Anyway.
No, it was Rose. Yeah. Anyway.
This is very weird though because they like already had. They're already like shooting on set.
Yeah.
George, you've been there. Like, what is like? You guys are just
it's
like
cool,
doing
though.
like B-roll or something.
You can do like all the shots with the helmet on, and then like people could take pictures and nobody will know.
From the act giving the
No,
actor
I'm
the
not
ability
saying
to
that
do
they're like he's never gonna take the helmet off, but I'm saying like maybe the reason it hasn't like gotten out there before was because they were doing the shots with the helmet on, and so
but what I'm saying is if you take.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. You want to give Pedro Pascal let him do all the acting.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you were saying like why they're already shooting, like what's going on here.
Yeah, what are they shooting?
Yeah, like they could. What do you mean? What are they shooting? The show.
If they don't
have 10 episodes, they got to shoot.
If they don't have any of the actors
they do have the actors. They do have the actors
We're
down.
Barely
this is why I said it was 100% because Disney is the best at withholding information from the public. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I just find it weird. But that's it.
Okay.
That's
all right. I think we would like to hear your thoughts on it. Tell us that in the comment section down below. Let's move on to John Williams. He's getting better from that scare he had, what was it, like last month or something like that?
Yeah.
Getting better, and he's writing some more music, of course, because, players gotta play, right? He's writing more music for Galaxy's Edge. This is Star Wars Land. It'll be in Orlando and in Anaheim, right? California. So, yeah, he's writing, brand new music for that. So like when you walk in how they have the stuff, when you walk in there you're gonna get some like Jurassic Park level stuff where it's like welcome to Jurassic Park, and then the score will swell up, and like when I walk in there for the first time and that score is playing and I just see like stormtroopers over here, some funky little Jawas over there. I see a Mandalorian over there. I'm just gonna lose it because not only will I have the atmosphere, but the music will just make it. It'll just make it.
Yeah, it's like you're in the real
it's
place.
Like I'm there. That's why I like. We gotta get some costumes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go to Star Wars Land, you better dress up.
Exactly.
And if you're not, then you're a
I'm gonna
tourist.
be Shmi.
You're a tourist, right? If you don't dress up, you're a tourist. But if you dress up, you're a hardcore sweaty.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's having his own music and it's just for like, that, which is great.
Can they give him an Oscar for theme park music?
We need to start our own. We need to start
one.
our own Oscars. But it won't be just movie stuff. It'll be like Oscars for like that.
Yeah.
You know.
But my only thing is like, just take it slow, John. Like, we gotta get you to episode 9. You know.
Well, yeah, but like he's probably already.
The great thing about Star Wars though is that his music is a through line through everything. Yeah. So. I mean, I hate to say it, but he is getting older, and when that day comes, at least we will have, like, this great wealth of music that, like...
Our dog is back on cocaine.
That every movie will get to have his touch on it.
Right,
I love that about... And all the shows and everything. He's such a legend.
It's great. And to know that, like, they were like, look, they went to John Williams, right? George went to John Williams. Hey, George. You went to John Williams and you told him, hey, they're coming out with this park, right? And it's going to be Star Wars themed and everything. We need some music for this park. And you know what? It's probably not just for, like, the entrance, but he's probably doing some music for, like, rides and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
I bet you that's what's going on there.
And that's how, like, you can tell...
It's great.
Like, how much of a fan he really is.
Give him all the money. Even if he's not a fan, just give him all the money. Hey, like, you hear.
But he...
Just take a bath in money.
He is older. He doesn't have to do it if he doesn't want to. And there are great, composers out there.
That's why you get dump trucks to give it to.
There are, like, great composers who could do the theme park music.
Yeah, but
he comes back because he loves being a part of this world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like great composers are not John Williams, right?
Right.
It's like...
No, he's, like...
Yeah.
Out of this world.
Mm-hmm. If I was
in a galaxy far, far away.
Exactly. If I was Bob Iger, like everything Star Wars ever did, I would just everything I would just give him all the money because you just like he deserves it.
Yeah. This was surprising to me though because he did say that 9 would be his last one.
Yeah.
And then
that'll be the last movie. It'll be the last movie.
And he's like,
I think it'd be
but
great.
They have a theme park now, so I gotta come back.
He probably. Oh, now the dog wants out. He took our cocaine and wants out. Okay. Quick little break for news from our sponsor. Our sponsor today is not yet sponsored us. So yeah, back to reality
now that the
here.
dog is gone.
Yes. So what did you think about the 2 rides? One was called Millennium Falcon, a smuggler's run, and then the other one was like Star Wars. It was like Resistance. So one of the rides is you're gonna be on the Millennium Falcon, and you're gonna be in one of 3 key positions aboard the Millennium Falcon.
Right.
Key like pilot, co-pilot, and then there's
maybe gunner.
Gunner. Oh yeah. Oh. There's probably gonna be like it said 3. You take one of 3 roles, and then the other one is Star Wars Resistance, which like with the little trailer that they had, it looked like it was like a first order like ship, and then the Resistance just jumped out of hyperspace and started shooting at them.
Right.
And so I don't know.
Do you have to ask me which
if it'll
one?
Be like. Infiltrate the thing or just like
or
getting
if
an
you're
X-wing.
with
Getting an X-wing.
No, or if you're with the First Order.
They wouldn't do that.
Oh, they gotta have some First Order stuff. People love the First Order.
Okay.
Anyway,
not as much as the Empire.
But no, absolutely not. No. I mean, they gotta have at least one bad guy.
Okay. That might be another like thing. Well, you never know because that trailer was all from the interior of them, so maybe.
But
that'd be pretty cool.
You don't even have to ask me. It's the
It's
Falcon
the Falcon one, yeah. There's gonna be a pilot, probably, like a co-pilot, and then a gunner, or like a pilot, like a gunner, and then someone, you know, who fixes stuff, you know.
It's gonna be a gunner, and that just means we have to go 3 different times.
I know, right?
Like,
you gotta be the pilot, you gotta be the co-pilot, and then you gotta be the gunner, and then you do it all over again.
I just can't wait to be in there and like shooting
Dude,
TIE fighters,
it's gonna
and
be
then
so good.
to hear like Han Solo be like, "Don't get cocky, kid."
Yeah, you shoot one, and then it's like, that was lucky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be so great.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait. That's the one. Unless they do, I don't know. I don't even know what would be better than that. Like, I would love to do it, to have an X-Wing one, but the Millennium Falcon is the Millennium Falcon, right? Like, no one, I mean, you know.
I wonder.
Kids may have played being, you know, being like Wedge Antilles and Luke Skywalker in the X-Wings, but if there's one ship that I want to be in, it's the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Right? If I was Elon Musk and building a spaceship, I'm building the Millennium Falcon.
I just wonder how they're going to do it, if they're just going to, like, put it in, like, a simulator. Like, how is everything going to, like, is it going to be a VR experience? Like, what are we doing
I hope
here?
it's not VR, because VR just, like, it could take you out of it.
Sure.
I just want the picture, man. I'm just, you know, the picture, the picture on the ride where everybody's like screaming. I'm just gonna be in the gunner position, or I'm gonna be like, you know, I'm gonna be in the pilot seat or the co-pilot seat, and then you're just gonna see me with the biggest smile I've ever had.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Dude, Harrison Ford's gonna have like the 2 best rides at Disneyland, with
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and now the Falcon.
And the Falcon. Yeah.
He needs to totally go make an appearance.
Yes, of course. He needs to fly it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be the best.
Yeah, do a nice photo shoot there, yeah.
Yeah.
You should do like, he should, oh man, if I was famous, you guys, I'm going to go on a tangent here. If I was famous, are you kidding me? If I was Han Solo, I would be Make-A-Wishing all the time. I'm coming to kids' birthday parties, you know what I'm saying?
You would so get tired of that.
I don't know what. I would be Han Solo. I would make a wish every month. I would do one.
That's like so different from Harrison Ford, though. He's just like, leave me alone.
Right? Yeah. Like if I was famous for playing a character, I would do Make a Wish all the time.
Right.
Because I think like it's so cool. You know, not only do you get to dress up as the person, right? But you also get to make some kid's day, maybe make their life if they don't live much longer, if they have cancer or something like that. And then it's like, yeah, it's just, I would do that. I would, if I was Harrison Ford, I would go to Disneyland all the time. I would go to Star Wars Land all the time. I would have a reserved booth in the cantina, right? For me, and I would maybe not hire, but there's got to be like Wookiees there, right?
Yeah.
Dude, just get a reserved booth for Han Solo, and then just always have a Wookiee in the cantina. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And you could just have Harrison Ford show up every once in a while. Just have him, the dude doesn't even have to be in costume. Just give him the jacket, right? Or the vest.
Every time I would go to Disney, I would always like skip the photo ops for like the characters, but when it comes to like Galaxy's Edge, I'm gonna be like, oh my word, it's just a stormtrooper, but I gotta be there.
Seriously, the fact that we don't live there anymore is terrible, because you know they're gonna have like special days where like, and on this day, Sheev Palpatine's showing up. Get your picture now, and it's like, dude, what? And like, imagine if they had Thrawn show up for a day.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Dude, I'm getting this guy some blue milk. We're gonna party. I'm gonna see what Thrawn is like when he's drunk.
Right. No. I don't want to see that.
Great. Oh man, dude, I'm telling you guys, George, JJ, Benioff and Weiss, Shmi, especially Shmi. You guys gotta put in a good word for us as like not creative head, but like event runner at the park. Are you kidding me? We would
That would
make
be great.
not only would we make so much money, but we would have so much fun making the money. Everybody would want to come there because it's like, hey, Shweddies, you know, Thrawn is gonna be here on this day. We'll get a dude to dress up as Thrawn, be there all day. Give a speech. Give a speech with Thrawn. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
We would have Greedo show up every once in a while, just hunting fools down, right? Pedro would show up. You know what I'm saying?
Pedro.
Diego Luna would show. Dude, put in a good word for both of us. We would have the best time. It would be the best run park, the best events ever. We would have so much fun. Okay, so much fun. Put in a good word. I'll take, you know, minimum wage. We'll go for minimum wage. I just wanna be there. I just wanna
the park
be
is
there.
gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to ride these rides over and over and over again.
Yeah.
The lines are gonna be so long, but it's worth it.
Like I know.
I hope it's worth it.
Yeah, I know it's like immoral, but I would totally pretend to be handicapped to get one of those passes.
A fast pass.
I would totally. Yeah, but like like Star Wars, you guys. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be great. You know, it's kind like it's a home run already, and you just have to have a great like event runner for Star Wars Land, right? If you know, if they're even half as good as we would be, this place would have so much fun. There would be something every week if I was there. Something every week, even if it's something that like you've already done before, like Vader showing up again. It's like, oh, nobody's gonna get tired of Vader showing up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like Sheev.
No, Vader's totally gonna be like a mainstay, like all the time.
Sheev shows up every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Sheev shows up every.
I can't wait to like see Ahsoka and.
You think they'll have her? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, are you kidding me? We would get like every once in a while we would get like some Mandos in there.
They already have like Anakin and like all those people.
They have lookalikes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I've seen like there's tons of pictures on Pinterest, but
okay.
like people
at
Disneyland taking pictures with the characters, but
right.
it's gonna be so good.
Yeah, of course. And it's just like these are just the rides. Like the rides would be at any other park the biggest attraction.
Yeah.
To me, it's the atmosphere. I cannot wait
been...
to get a booth in a cantina or to walk up to the thing, tug on the dude's thing, and then get some blue milk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like, and then I'll bring my dog, or not my dog, but you know, he's a coke sniffing dog. You know, I would like that would be so amazing if you could like. Oh, this is fantasy. We're talking fantasy now, but like I would take droids in there just to see if they serve their kind. Just to see if they serve their kind there. It'd be great.
You are neither smart enough
put in a good word for us
strong enough to get a
as
droid in there.
Event runners or event manager, whatever. Let me give some ideas. Just, you know, give me in a room with Kathleen, and then we'll make tons of money. Tons of money.
Yep.
Chewbacca churros. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, we thank you very much for watching and listening to this episode of The Rule of Two, number 36. That's right. We've been doing this for 36 weeks. How many is that? How many months is that? 3 months. We've been doing this for, 3 months? Something like that? No. We've been doing this for like almost, no, that's not 3 months. 36, it's like almost 6 months, 7 months, something like that. I think it's somewhere around like 6 months.
It's too much fun. I can't.
I think it's somewhere like six months or 7 months. We've been doing this for like half a year now, guys. We'll round it up, just like Han Solo did. Just round it up. We'll do, 7 months. Next week it'll be 8 months. We've been doing this for a long time. We thank you very much. We have a lot of fun. We hope you guys have a lot of fun watching and listening. And we hope you tell your friends, Go next time you go to Disneyland, say, hey, there's this cool Star Wars show on the internet, and then shout it out at the top of your lungs. When you go down, what is it? The log ride? Do they have a log ride at Disneyland? I haven't been in a while.
It's the mountain one.
Okay, when you go down Splash Mountain, is that it?
No.
When you go down, and then where everybody else yells, you can yell out, "There's a cool show on the YouTubes. It's called The Rule of Two. The channel is..." That's so long.
The drop keeps going forever.
As you slowly descend. Anyway, yeah, tell your friends, tell your family.
Shmi, get the word out.
Yeah, Shmi. Do some heavy lifting here. Yeah, we hope you guys have a good and a happy Thanksgiving and eat lots of food and stuff. Yes. And may the force be with you.
Always.